Hey guys, hello, welcome back to Fun with Mons, where we talk all things lifestyle. We talk about hair, food, travel, side hustles, remote work, anything, everything, all right? But today I wanted to talk about locks. My sister Locs, I wanted to tell you guys 8 things that I wish someone someone would have told me before I got my hair locked, or just things I wish I knew before I did it. So, if this sounds like something that you might want to consider, like if you want to lock your hair, then you might want to watch this video to the end and think about these things before you do it. So, number one, if you guys saw my video before about my journey, number one, you would know, which I did not know before, is the pain of retightening. Again, this doesn't happen for everyone, but for me, it's like a whole different universe when my hair is just retightened. Like, as I get retightened, just know I'm out of commission for like 2 or 3 days, right? Between the headache the really severe headache just lasts like the day after, but then it gets lighter maybe the other 2 days after until I'm okay. Where I always have to be like spraying water in the roots just to kind of release some of the tension from it. But all in all, that retightening thing, no joke, honey. No joke. But as I said, that's my experience. Let me know if you've had this experience before where you've gotten like really bad headaches. And if you have any management strategies. As I said, my management strategy was usually just to take 2 pain before I do it. But that doesn't help the days after and all of that. And I can't sleep easily because of the pain. Like, it's a lot, guys. It's a lot. But that's number one. Number two, this the thing is, I don't think you will know until you lock your hair, but the level of frizz, my hair is very frizzy and trashy. I don't know if it's because, as I had said in past videos, my hair was coming from like a damaged because of the whole hot iron and pressing it all the time. But I could lock my hair today and tomorrow it's all trashy, right? But the roots will look nice and cool still, right? But the hair itself is very like frizzy. I don't know if you guys can see it in this. You can see it's like super, super like frizzy. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, it's because this is like a fresh retighten. I retightened this, I think, about a week ago, right? But yeah, this is not so bad though in terms of the frizz. But give it maybe like another week, totally frizzed out, right? So that's something I wish that I knew before. If anyone knows any strategy for the frizz, let me know. I think there are some anti like frizz shampoos. I haven't tried any yet, but if anyone has tried them before, can you like just let me know so I can try it, right? Um, the next thing that no, I didn't know, I had to do a lot of research on this, is my first year being locked. In the first year, there are some restrictions to avoid like your hair pulling out, so like no going to the beach, swimming kind of vibe, or it will pull out. And I mean, you could go. I'm not saying that you cannot go. You can go. Just know that if it pulls out, just make sure you have the money to like retighten it when they pull out. Because if you go to the beach and let's say you pay $1,500 to get your hair retightened, get your hair locked, and then you go to the beach and half of them pull out, you're going to pay maybe like another $1,000 to get it retightened again. And if you keep doing it, it's going to keep happening. So it makes sense to just like follow it for the first year. Also, the first year, no one told me I would kind of look like a headless chicken in terms of my hair just being, I don't know, bland and thin and I don't know, scanty on my head. Like It was just it was just not the best. So most of the time I just had it braided because I was home, remote work, working from home. No one was really seeing it. So I would just braid them, catch it in one. That was my go-to style for the year or year and a half. All right. So that was the third thing that I wish I knew like a little bit more about. But to be honest, like it's not like a hard thing to deal with it in the first year, right? And just maintaining it in terms of in the first year, not using too many oils or heavy oils. I used oils in my first year, but I mentioned in another video, my lock journey, you could watch that here, that I used a very light amount. So water outweighed the oil all the time, right? So that worked out, I guess, in my favor. I don't know if it will work for everyone though. But yes. Number four, what I did not know would be like the reactions, guys. Like I thought locks were just like locks, but when I when it was just done, people were asking like, "What did you do to your hair? Like, what's that?" Because it looks like all chickeny, right? People would ask questions, and then as time progressed, because remember it was also really thin at first. But then as time progressed, now I started to more get compliments like, oh, your hair is so nice, it's so thick, it's so different. Like, how did you do it? Like, people even thought, someone once asked me, like, what hair is, when I had maybe like, I had a braid out, like a really neat braid out. My hair had been washed the day before and I plaited when it was wet and the braid out was really good. Like someone said to me, like, what hair is that? So I can go and buy it. I was like, oh, this is my hair. And she was like, what? So yeah, so I've gotten like some really good compliments to be honest that I kind of like. I'm happy. Because as I said, I had so many fears around it. And that's why I chose the thicker locks instead of the thin ones, right? I didn't want them too thin because I didn't want, any problems that come with the thin locks. And my hair was already kind of damaged. So I don't know if having the thin locks would have made it worse. So yeah. So the reactions went from, what did you do to your hair? Like, what is that? To, oh, your hair is nice. I like it. All right. So give it time, guys. Give it time. Doesn't happen overnight. The next thing was the factor of the lint, right? To be honest, this hasn't affected me a lot, but I think it hasn't affected me a lot because I haven't really had anything close to my hair to cause that, right? But lint is a thing, it's very real. A lot of things will get stuck in your hair if you wear certain sweaters, certain material, it will like just be all over there. And you have to be like this and be shaking it out all the time. So for me, I tend to do like a shake out very often just in case. And between, and not, it's not just the lint, sometimes it is the oils too. So doing this kind of just gets out some of the white stuff, right? That might have gathered from the oils. It's not dirt, guys, it's just the oils. So you just, just shake them out. All right. So the sixth thing that I wish let me not say I wish I knew this before, but it's something that yeah, no, maybe it's something if I knew this before, I probably would have locked my hair a lot earlier. I feel like since I've locked my hair has become a lot more healthier. Yes, it was fairly healthy before, and then it went through a little struggle, right? But I feel like now it's at like a really good place, and I'm hoping it will continue to be at a really good place. But yeah, so I would say like the fact that when you lock your hair actually becomes somewhat healthier. As I said, the struggle before I had was like split ends happening and all of that. And I think having the locks, I would have seen growth that I was trying to see in my hair forever, but I felt like it was just stuck. But once I locked it, I saw the growth, I saw like the maturity, the thickness, and all of that. So I think it makes it a little healthier. Now, the seventh thing, I kind of knew, but still wish I knew before, like the causes of it is like the hair thinning, right? If anyone knows me, you know this is like my biggest fear. I'm afraid to lose like all the front hair. Like I'm afraid to lose all of the my little baby's hair. And I'm also afraid of them breaking a lot, which is why I did them thick, right? But what I have learned is that if you take too long to retighten them, that's when you can have that problem. Thankfully, I haven't had any breakage yet. I see one looks like it's about to hang on by like a string, but it's okay. I haven't, it's one, I don't remember where it is, somewhere at the front here. It's not like detrimental, it's not like literally a string, but you could see like, if you look at the hair, let me see, like if you look at it like this, you might see like a part here that looks super thin compared to the rest of it. So it kind of made me a little fearful, like, is this going to tear out soon or what? But thinning can happen, it might happen. So you have to just take care of the hair, maintain it, things like that. Try not to wait too long to retighten it. Like even for me, because of like just moving a little bit, it took me a while to find someone new to retighten my hair because I didn't want any and anyone to do it. So that took me, it took maybe about 2.5 months to get my hair retightened. Yeah, to get my hair retightened. That was the longest it had ever taken me to get it retightened. But thankfully, it seems okay. I don't know. But usually I do it within, as I said, 6 to 8 weeks. Um, and last but not least, kind of this again, something I wish I knew more, but I did know is that eating, what you eat has a lot to do with your locks, with your hair in general. I knew this before, but even when I got it retightened the last time, the loctician was saying it to me, and I was like, I never really paid attention to that because I just like eat. But I try to eat semi healthy. So like I'll eat my greens and stuff like that, but not all the time. Like I'm not the healthiest person there is, but eating does help your locks and how it is and how it grows and how it thins out and things like that. So having a good, diet actually helps your locks and hair in general, right? This we knew from before. Hair in general, what you eat helps, but with locks, it also helps, right? As I told you guys, the fears I have about my like edges and the fallouts, but hopefully, knock on wood, that doesn't happen anytime soon. So there you have it, guys. 8 things that I wish I had known before I had locked my hair. Hopefully, you now know these things before you decide to go and lock yours. And let me know if this has affected your decision in any way of either wanting to have locks or not wanting to have locks, right? But yeah, so don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, share, all of the above. All right, bye, guys.